Going to be replacing the heater valve on my A model block. Got the new one right here. Got my pussy gloves on. I'll drain the coolant out here in a second, and then go from there. So there's the drain plug on the lower rad hose, and of course it's like kind of right over top of the axle, so thanks to both Peterbilt and Kenworth, but it's probably going to be clogged up with garbage, I'm sure, so I'll pull that out, jam a screwdriver up there, see how much of a mess I can make. Take two, I did make a giant mess, as I figured, but the drain cock's unplugged now, so just going to hold that funnel over the bucket. Maybe I'll have a little more control over how much garbage comes out of there. And yeah, we'll keep going. It's working like a charm. Not even spilling a drop. We're going to switch over to an empty bucket because I have to pour this stuff back in the rad. That's going to be a bit of a challenge, and I'm sure I'll make yet another mess, but let's let it rip. Second bucket, 3/4 of the way filled. Once again, got a fresh bucket under there. Kind of surprised that there's this much in there, but I guess when I'm only filling up the buckets 3/4 of the way, and it's going to make it easier for filling it back up at least. I would like to do fresh coolant, but just don't have the coin for it right now. This will do. I'm probably going to call that good. Looking at it now, this is the valve I have to replace. Every time I turned it, it would leak, and it's not really leaking anymore. Maybe it is a little bit. I guess nothing hurts on letting it drain longer. Just more have to fill back up, but I'm thinking we're below that level in the block, so I should be okay to pull everything apart, but with my luck, that's not the case, and I'll get sprayed or something, make a bigger mess, so maybe I'll just wait it out. Moment of truth, I loosen this hose up, I'll pull it off and see how, if we're in lock. Yeah, okay. If I open this up, hopefully nothing comes out. And then I'll be able to close the drain down there. I think we're in business. All right, yeah, we're good. It's coming out pretty easy. Just spinning off this pipe wrench. It should almost be hand tight by now. There we go. All right, tape up the new one. Got the new one. I used the pipe paste instead of the tape. I prefer it. Sometimes it gets a little messy, but the tape's a little unruly at times, so I also tried to dry out the leftover coolant in there. I should be able to just tighten this in by hand, get it started, and once it's in the neighborhood, I'll snug it up with the wrench. It's getting close now. I'm gonna get the wrench on there and get it lined up. Here's my plan for refilling the rad. I took the lid off the bucket, drilled some real fucking ugly holes in it, got myself a vent hole there, and I got the funnel up top. Maybe we'll just try to not spill it all over the place. Hopefully the hole should help guide it. We'll see. Well, it worked for the most part. Spilled a little bit, but I expected that. So I'm gonna give it a start now. Let it work its way through the engine. It's not super cold out, it's just above freezing, but this thing starts pretty easy in the cold, surprisingly, so I shouldn't have an issue today. Next on my list, I put these stacks on, 6-inch stacks. I always kind of thought that they were a little too tall for how short the truck is. And it's exactly 13 feet. And I don't know that I love it. So I'm gonna pull them down. Try 12.6 first, and then I'll measure off another 6 inches, see what they look at maybe 12. But I don't know, we'll see. They're very expensive to cut up, but they're also very expensive to buy another set that are shorter. So kind of torn, we'll see. So I marked out 6 inches, and looking at it, I think that might be enough to achieve the look that I'm after. I mean, I can always cut more, but I can't add any more back if I cut too much. So I'll start with 6 inches and see what that looks like. And hard to tell from the ground, but that's a sneak peek of what it'll look like. I think I like it better. It just always looked odd to me how tall the stacks stuck up from the back of this truck, and it's only 210 wheelbase. Just kind of looked weird with the stacks at 13 feet, so I think I like it already. There's the finished product. It's still 12.6. There's a chance that I could cut more out of it, but for now I like it. You can see what I'm talking about, how short it is with tall stacks. It looks a little odd, but for now it stays. See ya.